Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing another DC Universe Classics review, and that's of the Wave 8 figure, Commander Steel. Look at this steely guy right here. Now, Commander Steel, a little bit of information about him. His real name is Henry Haywood, and he was around during World War II. And then his bunker got blown up. Shit was flying everywhere, balls to the wall, and he was in bad condition. Eventually he got his bones replaced with I think titanium alloy, and he got his joints replaced, and he just became this super jacked soldier, Commander Steel. And that's about all I can tell you about him. He's a very patriotic hero. I don't know too much about him because really I haven't read much about him. He's only showed up in a few comics that I've read. However, power and ability-wise, he's super strong, has super stamina, increased speed, mostly invulnerable. He can take quite a hit. And while he cannot fly like Cyborg, he can jump great distances and great leaps to get to the area that he wants to. So whether or not he can, he can't fly, but he can certainly jump. How high? Pretty high. But that's about all you really need to know about Commander Steel. He's not one of the most popular DC characters, or the most well-known. Point taken is I don't know him that well. Yeah, so anyways, that's Commander Steel. What can I say? But let's talk about the figure itself. So we have Commander Steel. As you can see, right off the bat, he is spotting a classic DC Universe Classic mold. He is sporting the Batman Superman mold. The more muscular mold out of the multiples that they reused. However, he has a different color scheme and outfitted with a different head. So again, this is the same mold. I can't really comment on the body that much because, well, it's the same body. But let's take a look at the head. Now, Commander Steel gets a brand new head mold, and it looks fairly accurate to his comic book counterpart. The detailing is very nice. It has a uniqueness to the face. He has a very pissed off kind of grin, or maybe not a pissed off grin, but more or less like he's taking a shit, and he's very happy because that shit came out. You all know what I'm talking about. You know when you sit down and you take that long shit, you just squeeze it, and it finally comes out? It's like he has that kind of look on his face. He's got his little standard mohawk-like motif right there with blue. His color scheme on the body as a whole is red, white, and blue. However, the blue on the color body is a metallic blue, while we get a regular standard red and white. He has all the standard articulation for a DC Universe Classic figure. However, mine is fairly loose. The legs are loose on mine, and most notably, the abdomen region moves with no trouble at all. Which brings on to the good, the bad, and whether or not you should get it. Take a look at this guy while I talk about it. Good is the color scheme is very bold, and while that can go either way, it can either be bad or good. For this figure, it needs a very bold color scheme. It kind of distracts you from the fact that it's a reused mold, a constantly reused mold. But does it do a good job at distracting you? From a distance, yes. You're like, okay, Commander Steel. He looks like a different figure. However, up close you go, oh, it's the same freaking mold. However, the head mold does offset it a little bit. The color scheme, although I'm not a fan of Commander Steel's overall costume, the color scheme is very nice. Very little quality control issues when it comes down to the color scheme and the paint job. I like the use of the kind of the metallic blue in there, and on a whole, the color scheme works very well. Commander Steel comes with no accessories, and one good point to this figure is his fists are clenched. They are not open. One of my complaints with some figures are their fists will be open, and they won't be using weapons. Commander Steel does not suffer from this. Much like Captain Atom, he has the clenched fist. So that's another good point. However, again, it's a reused mold with no accessories whatsoever. Do I recommend Commander Steel? If you're a completist, then you're going to have to get him, but besides that, I don't find him to be an overly impressive figure. I'm not saying he's a bad figure, it's just there's not enough with him to make him stand out. Plus, if the quality control issues with the looseness is the same on every figure, as it is with mine, then that's a big downfall. Now, I doubt this. I'm sure there's figures out there that are perfectly fine, and I just got the bad one out of the bunch. However, on the whole, Commander Steel doesn't have enough to really make me want to recommend him, except for the person that wants to complete the whole entire wave. So let's just take one more good look at this bad boy. Again, the color scheme looks nice. The head mold looks good, but the body has been used multiple times, and with not enough but a color scheme trying to make him look different, it does not make me want to say pick up this figure. So with that said, Commander Steel, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. And with that said, this is Andrew saying, peace out for now.